I'm on the mic. The chat wasn't working right. Raiders and the Chargers. They didn't play. We don't have a Chargers user, so the Raiders is going to win that game. Did you hear me? I say the Raiders are going to win the game because we don't have a Chargers user. Are you talking real life? Oh, shit, I don't know.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 50 hands down. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing now is Keenan. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
First down, Steelers.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carry for James Conner. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, take 1. Take 3.
They'll run with Darkwa.
Damn.
And they'll lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. A shotgun snap for Keenum. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What's up, my brother?
Ask the same question all the time.
What's going
Why
on
do we see
with
so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Keenum. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Texans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
There you go, baby.
Double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Just chilling, bro, trying to my brown ass to stay
First throw
warm.
of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Keenum. Washington's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Darquan. And an alley to run.
Ooh, I should have kept that.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He goes to you. He comes to me, it's me. Mike 41. Right here. Check it out.
Now Darquan. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Pittsburgh.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First throw for the backup, Jackson. And his first throw here is incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the run, Darquan.
Oh.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Steelers.
Oh. So let's put a blitz on that side.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got time right. 3 down. 41's coming. 41's the mic. I'm going to run you over.
They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I got a little scary there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
On second down, Samuels. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he's got Moncrief.
Coming back.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. From the gun, Jackson. Complete to Washington.
Oh.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, part of that's a
He
lot
said
of
good milking of the clock. I ain't milking no clock. Y'all just couldn't stop us.
Those plays because they were successful in getting 3, or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. Some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target.
Lucky son of a bitch.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That's all I'm going to say.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. It's going to be a long time.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
That was supposed to be a damn interception. I said that's supposed to be an interception.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now on 2nd and 13, Watson going deep for Hopkins. This is
Get the fuck out of here.
The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 61 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
Wow.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
There you go. Let them keep trying it.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check right. Watch it, man.
Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll try
Oh,
and
you lucky son
and
of a
he'll
bitch.
avoid the tackle there with a slide. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional,
I saw that
able
shit.
to scramble for the first.
Literally, yeah.
Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in for the score.
That's some straight bullshit.
Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now
Wow,
on
Bush
the board
missed your
here in the
ass.
first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Undercrush. Hatch it. Hey, 52. Get hot. We're good. Right there.
From the gun, here's Keenum.
God
That is
damn.
incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Keenum.
Oh, you're supposed to hold that shit.
Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Keenum.
There you go.
And
he dropped it again.
Incomplete.
No, he dropped it.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That's some bullshit.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. Got some room at the 30. And he slides to avoid the hit. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
The final shot before the break. Watson. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. So
okay, keep fucking with me.
Opening weekend, as we send you on
over
to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. We're just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Watson.
Get this motherfucker out.
Escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
And the blitz does come. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Get the fuck out of here.
Contact by sliding.
Okay.
Able to make something out of nothing there.
Okay.
17 yards and a first
My
down.
dude got caught up.
When
I
they
got
watch
you,
film
though.
of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to
Keep
really
trying.
like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Set. 19. Watch it, you find. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. And go.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
19.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Check 31. Check 31. Explain. 55 is my guy. 55. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. 54. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Steelers' 40-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Here's Connor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
You can't stop me.
At the 29-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 5-5, Mike, keep the
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, orbit.
50, Mike, 50. 65. 65.
Let's go.
2nd and 5. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Harvey. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, dude. Get it.
On 4th down, Harvey. And no, it's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Yeah, look like he let you down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It's just me and you.
Throwing on 2nd down, Keenum. He'll get that one complete to Connor. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Damn.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, has 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Keenan. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10 is counter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Whistles now in timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
Now Keenum.
This motherfucker
A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Oh.
Hey,
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. Able to get away.
That's why I keep doing it's churning.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Defense, let's do what we've been doing all day.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Hell what?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now.
Thank you.
The execution.
Oh,
to start the
lucky
drive,
son of a
but that
bitch.
one incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and now it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw.
Got him.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Yep.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Smooth.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down.
Thank you.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
Right. Yeah.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
GG, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Thank God they didn't bring Watson back.
Our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.
Ooh,
so for the Steelers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
To the next one, guys.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.
This dude always give me a hard game, though. It's never an easy game when we're playing against him.